Or RHOC Shannon Beador sends Alexis strong message amid olive branch. RHOC star Shannon Beador has sent Alexis Bellino a very strong message despite the latter's olive branch. The two will never see eye to eye, and with good reason. Now Shannon is letting Alexis know how she feels about this branch. Keep reading for all of the details on how Shannon shut Alexis down. Shannon Beador sends Alexis strong message amid olive branch. It is no secret that Shannon Beador and Alexis Bellino cannot find a common ground. At this point, it is not so much that Alexis is with Shannon's ex, John Jansen. Rather, it is how she fiercely defends John and his bad behavior. She claims to know everything and anything about John and Shannon's relationship, which may not be true. In the past, Alexis' now ex-husband, Jim Bellino, sued Shannon and Tamra Judge. This cost the women hundreds of thousands of dollars. Therefore, an element of trust is missing, and now John is suing Shannon for $75,000. Furthermore, Alexis revealed he has footage of Shannon nearly running over his daughter while she was intoxicated. It feels like John is blackmailing and suing Shannon, while Alexis is making it all about her. She doesn't like her relationship being tarnished, but still sent Shannon an olive branch for her 60th birthday. Shannon gathered her co-stars, minus Alexis, for a brunch. Per people, a large bouquet from Alexis arrived at the table. Shannon immediately rejected them and also opted not to invite her on a cast trip to London. Alexis Bellino was informed via text that they would all be headed across the pond, but she was not welcome to attend. To Shannon Beador, the apology was not only weeks too late, but likely a gesture John Jansen encouraged. That did not sit well with Tamra, who is friends with Alexis. Alexis doesn't understand. When Alexis Bellino is hanging out with Jen Pedranti and Katie Janella, she reads Shannon Beador's text. At this point, she is at a loss. In her mind, she believes that she has done all she can. Katie and Jen encouraged Alexis and John to move on, but she did not agree with what they were saying. She maintained Shannon did this to herself. Had she just repaid the loan, things would not have gotten this far. However, Shannon does not believe it was a loan, but rather a gift, so it is very messy. Shannon Beador stood in the dimly lit lounge of the Quiet Woman, a familiar glass of tequila in her hand, her perfectly manicured fingers wrapped around the stem. She had spent years navigating the emotional battlefield that was Orange County, but nothing could have prepared her for this latest twist. Alexis Bellino, of all people, wanted to extend an olive branch. Olive branch? Please, Shannon scoffed at the thought. She took a slow sip of her drink, the sharpness of the tequila matching the sting in her heart. It wasn't just about Alexis herself, it was what she represented. The past. The ghosts of relationships gone wrong. And now she was waltzing back into Shannon's orbit, as if years of cold shoulders and sidelong glances had never happened. Shannon had heard whispers. Orange County was small, and gossip traveled fast. The rumors swirled that Alexis had been cozying up to John Jansen, the man who had once been Shannon's rock. And now, just as Shannon was piecing herself back together, here came Alexis, offering peace. Offering friendship. Offering what exactly? A fresh wound disguised as a truce. It was laughable. The flickering candlelight cast a warm glow on Shannon's face as she tapped out a message on her phone. If Alexis wanted to talk, then Shannon would talk. But on her terms. A few minutes later, Alexis arrived. She was all glossed lips and effortless waves, her designer handbag perched delicately on her wrist. She slid into the seat across from Shannon, eyes searching, lips parting, as if to say something profound. But before she could, Shannon spoke first. "Let's get one thing straight," Shannon said, setting her glass down with a deliberate thud. I don't do fake. So if you're here to play some sort of nice girl act while dating my ex, you can save it. Alexis blinked, clearly not expecting such a direct hit right off the bat. I'm not here to fight, Shannon. Oh, good. Because I don't have the energy for it, Shannon said, tilting her head slightly. What I do have energy for is honesty. So let's be honest, shall we? Alexis sighed. I never meant to hurt you. Shannon laughed, though there was no humor in it. Hurt me? Alexis, sweetheart, you weren't even a thought in my mind until I started hearing your name attached to John's. Now suddenly, you want to have a heart-to-heart. Let's get one thing straight, Shannon said, setting her glass down with a deliberate thud. I don't do fake. So if you're here to play some sort of nice girl act while dating my ex, you can save it. Alexis blinked, clearly not expecting such a direct hit right off the bat. I'm not here to fight, Shannon. Oh, good. Because I don't have the energy for it, Shannon said, tilting her head slightly. What I do have energy for is honesty. So let's be honest, shall we? Alexis sighed. I never meant to hurt you. Shannon laughed, though there was no humor in it. Hurt me? Alexis, sweetheart, you weren't even a thought in my mind until I started hearing your name attached to John's. Now suddenly, you want to have a heart-to-heart. I didn't plan any of this, Alexis said softly, leaning forward. It just happened. Things don't just happen, Shannon countered. You make choices. And you chose to get involved with someone who was very much a part of my life. Alexis bit her lip, trying to measure her words. John and we found a connection. I didn't expect it. I know it's complicated, but I wanted to clear the air with you. Shannon tilted her head, watching Alexis closely. And what exactly do you expect me to do with that information? Give you my blessing? Toast to your new romance. Alexis exhaled, frustration flashing in her eyes. No, I don't expect anything from you. I just didn't want there to be unnecessary drama between us. Shannon let out a dry chuckle. Unnecessary drama. Alexis, you and I have never been close. And now you're dating my ex. This is the very definition of drama. A tense silence settled between them, thick as the Orange County humidity. Shannon could feel the weight of it pressing against her, but she refused to let it show. She was done being the woman who got blindsided. Done being the one left to pick up the pieces, while everyone else moved forward. Finally, Alexis spoke again. I get it. I do. And I don't want to be your enemy. Shannon studied her for a long moment before offering a tight smile. I don't need an enemy, Alexis. But I also don't need a friend who comes with a side of betrayal. Alexis nodded, as if accepting her fate. Fair enough. Shannon picked up her drink and took another sip, letting the tequila burn away the remnants of their conversation. Alexis could have her olive branch, but Shannon had no intention of reaching for it.